Good morning, ladies. Happy Wednesday. I hope this message finds you well. It is Wednesday. It is midweek. Move it on up. Let's go. Get up. We can do this. It's halfway through. And you're probably, if you're listening to this and if you have children, you're probably like on your first week or if not getting out of school. So sending prayers for you. I know summer is a great break, but it's also a long one at the same time with kids. So we're going to get through today. It is all good. I have to head into the office. And then midday, go pick up my little mama on lunch break and then come back to the remainder of the day at the house to work. And and then I'll be at the house the remainder of the week with her while I work from here. However, before I let go, we're going to hop on 1 Samuel. We're going to do chapter 11 and 12 today. And that is what we'll be going over. And today's Bible study goes like this. Verse 1. Then Nahash the Ammonite came up and encamped against Jabesh-gilead, and all the men of Jabesh said to Nahash, "Make a covenant with us, and we will serve you." And Nahash the Ammonite answered them, "On this condition I will make a covenant with you, that I may put out all your right eyes and bring reproach on all Israel." Then the elders of Jabesh said to him, "Hold off for 7 days, that we may send messengers to all the territory of Israel. And then, if there is no one to save us, we will come out to you." So the messengers came to Gibeah of Saul, and told the news in the hearing of the people. And all the people lifted up their voices and wept. Now there was Saul coming behind the herd from the field, and Saul said, "What troubles from the people that they weep?" And they told him the words of the men of Jabesh. Then the Spirit of God came upon Saul when he heard this news, and his anger was greatly aroused. Verse 7, so he took a yoke of oxen and cut them in pieces and sent them through all the territory of Israel by the hands of the messengers, saying, "Whoever does not go out with Saul and Samuel to battle, so it shall be done to his oxen." And the fear of the Lord fell on the people, and they came out with one consent. When he numbered them in Bezek, the children of Israel were 300,000, and the men of Judah 30,000. And they said to the messengers who came, "Thus you shall say to the men of Jabesh-gilead, tomorrow by the time the sun is hot, you shall have help." Then the messengers came and reported it to the men of Jabesh, and they were glad. Therefore the men of Jabesh said, "Tomorrow we will come out to you, and you may do with us whatever seems good to you." So it was on the next day that Saul put the people in the 3 companies, and they came into the midst of the camp in the morning watch, and killed Ammonites until the heat of the day. And it happened that those who survived were scattered, so that no 2 of them were left together. Verse 12, and the people said to Samuel, "Who is he who said, 'Shall Saul reign over us?' Bring the men, then we may put them to death." But Saul said, "Not a man shall be put to death this day, for today the Lord has accomplished salvation in Israel." Then Samuel said to the people, "Come, let us go to Gilgal and renew the kingdom there." Verse 15, so all the people went to Gilgal, and there they made Saul king before the Lord in Gilgal. There they made sacrifices of peace offerings before the Lord, and there Saul and all the men of Israel rejoiced greatly. Chapter 12, verse 1. Now Samuel said to all Israel, "Indeed, I have heeded your voice in all that you said to me, and have made a king over you. And now here is the king, walking before you. And I am old and gray-headed, and look, my sons are with you. I have walked before you from my childhood to this day. Here I am. Witness against me before the Lord and before his anointed, whose ox I have taken, or whose donkey I have taken, or whom have I cheated? Whom have I oppressed, or from whose hand have I received any bribe with which to blind my eyes? I will restore it to you." Verse 4, and they said, "You have not cheated us or oppressed us, nor have you taken anything from any man's hands." Then he said to them, "The Lord is witness against you, and his anointed is witness this day, and you have not found anything in my hand." And they answered, "He is witness." Then Samuel said to the people, "It is the Lord who raised up Moses and Aaron, and who brought your fathers up from the land of Egypt." Verse 7, now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord concerning all the righteous acts of the Lord, which he did to you and your fathers. When Jacob had gone into Egypt, and your fathers cried out to the Lord, and the Lord sent Moses and Aaron, who brought your fathers out of Egypt, and made them dwell in this place. And when they forgot the Lord of their God, he sold them into the hand of Sisera, commander of the army of Hazor, into the hand of the Philistines, and into the hand of the king of Moab, and they fought against them. Then they cried out to the Lord and said, We have sinned, because we have forsaken the Lord and served the Baals and Ashtoreths. But now deliver us from the hand of our enemies, and we will serve you. And the Lord said to Jeroboam, Beden, Jephthah, and Samuel, and delivered you out of the hand of your enemies on every side, and you dwelt in safety. And when you saw that Nahash, king of the Ammonites, come against you, you said to me, No, but a king shall reign over us, when the Lord your God was your king. Now therefore here is the king whom you have chosen and whom you have desired. And take note, the Lord has set a king over you. If you fear the Lord and you serve him and obey his voice, and do not rebel against the commandment of the Lord, then both you and the king who reigns over you will continue following the Lord your God. However, if you do not obey the voice of the Lord, but rebel against the commandments of the Lord, then the hand of the Lord will be against you, as it was against your fathers. Now therefore stand and see this great thing which the Lord will do before your eyes. Is today not the wheat harvest? I will call to the Lord, and he will send thunder and rain, and that you may perceive and see that your wickedness is great, which you have done in the sight of the Lord, in asking a king for yourselves. So Samuel called to the Lord, and the Lord sent thunder and rain that day. And all the people greatly feared the Lord and Samuel. Verse 19, and all the people said to Samuel, Pray for your servants to the Lord your God, that we may not die. For we have added to all of our sins as the evil of asking a king for ourselves. Then Samuel said to the people, Do not fear. You have done all this wickedness, yet you yet do not turn aside from following the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart. And do not turn aside, for then you would go after empty things that which cannot profit or deliver, for they are nothing. Again, verse 21, and do not turn aside, for then you would go after empty things which cannot profit or deliver, for they are nothing. For the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it has pleased the Lord to make you his people. Verse 23, moreover, as for me, far be it from me that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and the right way. Verse 24, only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider what great things he has done for you. But if you still do wickedly, you shall be swept away, both you and your king. It's so easy today, and that's all for today's Bible study. But 21 speaks to me, and do not turn aside, for then you would go after empty things which cannot profit or deliver, for they are nothing. They are nothing. Your possessions, your houses, our money, our cars, our clothing, our expensive purses, everything that we do gets left behind. We don't take it with us. And the more I dig into my own self, my own study, it's like, okay, like when you start your walk with God, it's like, I believe God, I believe the Bible, I believe this stuff. But then you still kind of do your own thing, right? You do your own thing, you do it your own way. But then your way is not working. All your idols that you're still worshiping, it's still not working. I know, because I saw all the turmoil and the craziness. But when you move all that aside and stop worrying about all of that and start living a little bit more humbly and realistically, as well as in fear to what the Lord actually is going to say that's going to happen here, the perception shifts. So just don't ever get too wrapped up in your idols. If you want change in your life, if you want what's been promised to us, not saying that you won't go through trials and tribulations, but you will have favor. He will move things to the side that the enemy is going to send to you. But what are you doing to change your life? So dwell on that for today. It has been awesome, as always, to Bible study with you. If you need prayer, send me prayer. I love praying for you ladies. And let's have a great day ahead. Honestly, I'm tired, but I'm going to go work out. Get myself blood flowing, and we'll get this day going. Now, stay blessed. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.